And coming up this morning on the Joy Business Report, Public Utilities Regulatory Commission begins public engagement over possible upward adjustments in electricity and water tariffs beginning July this year. Also coming up, National Petroleum Authority charged to halt issuance of new oil marketing licenses and focus on industry cleanup as new data shows more firms on the verge of collapse. Plus, Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana begins regular meeting to review the state of the economy. We've got details coming up. Don't go anywhere. My name is Darryl Kwao. Great to be with you this Wednesday morning. In our first story, the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission has begun engagement with stakes in operational costs of utility companies. Now, Joy Business is learning that the increase in the end-user tariffs will take effect from the beginning of July. However, due to the effect of COVID-19 pandemic on households and business consumers, the increment will be matched now, not more than 8%. This will be lower than the prevailing inflation rate. It is expected that businesses will pay slightly lower tariffs than individual consumers in order to encourage more production to stimulate economic growth post-COVID-19 recovery. Joy Business also understands there will be a level playing field, i.e., the more you consume electricity or water, the more you have to pay for consumption. Now, the National Petroleum Authority has been charged to halt issuance of new licenses to oil marketing companies and focus on cleaning up the sector. The Chamber of Petroleum Consumers is the latest to make this call. 58 oil companies to default to the tune of about 641 million cedis in taxes. Executive Secretary of the Chamber, Duncan Amwa, says the NPA must act now.
It is certain that the NPA is refusing to do proper due diligence before giving licenses to some of these assets. Other than this, we shouldn't be where we are. But then again, it is not too late to halt licensing until and unless, of course, people have given you a demonstrable track record of what they are in there to do. You don't have a situation where somebody has 3 stations and is pushing almost 20 million liters every month. When you know very well, average station will do between 1 million and 2 million liters monthly. Yet the NPA sometimes sits unconcerned without checking how these companies are able to move sometimes 10 million, 20 million liters with only 3 outlets or 5 or 6 outlets whose optimization should not reach that point.
Duncan Amwa is Executive Secretary of the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers Ghana. The Tama Oil Refinery has announced that it is close to securing a strategic partner to support its operations. It has in a statement denied reports of total shutdown of the refinery. The firm has also announced that it concluded a fresh deal with other partners for the supply of crude oil for processing from next month, subject to completing current maintenance works. On the toll debt, the refinery says that progress has been made with the help of government and some investors to significantly reduce the debt, which stands presently at $400 million. On to other news now. The Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana will later today begin meeting to review economic developments. Now, key issues that will dominate the 3-day meeting will be city stabilization, maintaining a lower inflation rate, and measures to check the rising debt stock. The committee will also look at whether additional measures are needed to help contain the impact of COVID-19 on the economy. Philip Abedu Otu is the Director of Research at the Bank of Ghana, a member of the Monetary Policy Committee.
Things are picking up. Is inflation coming down as we want to see it? If economic activity is picking up and inflation is not a problem and inflation begins to ease as expected and credit is also a bit sluggish, and maybe we feel that we could loosen up a little bit to push credit also up a little bit and support growth further without inflationary concerns, I think the MPC will move. I don't want to judge for the other members.
They will respond accordingly.
Yeah, they will respond according to current market conditions, yes.
Philip Abedu Otu, Director of Research at the Bank of Ghana, also a member of the Monetary Policy Committee. The policy rate currently stands at 14.5%. Bank of Ghana to accelerate work on its fit and proper test for directors and key managers of various banks. According to the Chief Executive of FBN Bank, Victor Asante, the process, which is laudable in ensuring that right people are appointed to work in the banking sector, must be fast-tracked to ensure timely replacements are done.
The issue that has come to the fore is the amount of time it takes for that to happen. So, for example, if my treasurer resigns today, I have 1 month notice. And indeed, for a treasurer to resign, you probably don't keep him for a month. You have to take him out. Probably in a month. I expect that central bank will also move in a month or two to get closeness. But sometimes you are taking 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 6. And there's a reverse risk there, because if you don't have a competent person, money or treasury, what do qualified people running it, which is also a risk to you. So all we are saying is that in some instances, we need the regulator to move faster. We are very happy with the regime, and I think we are working together, Lily.
Toya Asante is Managing Director of FBN Bank. You're listening to the Joy Business Report. Now, all is set for the maiden edition of the Africa Trade Roundtable on the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area by the Center for African Legal Studies at the UPSA Law School. Now, the event which will come off this morning will be graced by the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now, the forum will also bring together intra-African trade experts, Continental Free Trade Area. Gertrude Amoko-Ama is the acting coordinator of the event.
The African Continental Free Trade Area, which is the largest trade area in the world, in terms of participating countries, has been described as the most ambitious project for advancing economic integration on the continent, and is expected to give rise to many issues worth analyzing. And the UPSA Law School, which prides itself as a center of excellence in legal academia and research, has taken the lead in this discussion. Again, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, the Secretary General of the AFTA Secretariat, and many other experts on international trade in a discussion on the maiden implementation of the AFCFTA.
Gertrude Amoko-Ama is acting coordinator of the Africa Trade Roundtable. The event will be under the theme Advancing a Continental Market Through the AFTA. So, Ghana's push for industrialization means an explosion in the number of manufacturing firms that would certainly need packaging on a very large scale, rather than import packaging importing its products to other countries in West Africa. On the Joy Business Van today, we'll get a tour of the facility. Meantime, General Manager in charge of sales, Gifty Mensah Kwaku, speaks about how the SME is strategizing to benefit from the Continental Free Trade Agreement.
Already we're doing the export, and it's in the ETLS regime. So we've explored how the Continental Free Trade is going to also work, and see how we can take advantage of that. They wouldn't want to buy from you. We have it's an open market. We have other competitors, not even Ghana, coming to set in within the sub-region. So we trying to educate ourselves to see what we can do, and then get to some melting point where we can both have a win-win situation.
Insight into packaging and our tour of one of the biggest packaging factories, that is Royal Crown, starts at 1:05 p.m. on the Joy Business Van, right after the Joy Business Report, at 1:05 p.m. on Business Live on the Joy News channel, which is free to air. Next on Money Lab, we bring you how customers can be armed with information on investments before they take that step. Take a listen.
Can have information on an investment before embarking on it. There's a saying that buyer beware. What it means is that for every product you want to buy, it is important that you also do your own research to understand all the investments. It is very important for you as an individual to ask all the questions surrounding the investment before you go in. So join us again on the next edition as we look at other investment tips.
3 pesos, the euro going for 6 cedis, 9 pesos. On the commodity market, crude oil still hovering around the $60 bracket, selling at $68.72 a barrel. Gold went up more than $5 to open trading at $1,904.94 an ounce, and cocoa is trading at $2,427 a ton after losing $10 yesterday. Well, that's it for the Joy Business Report this morning. Back to Kojo Yankson.
Thank you.
He's got more of the Super Morning Show.
He has. Bafu, Charlie, what's
yes,
up?
I'm good. I'm good. Looking forward to your conversation with the head teachers of the various some of the senior high schools as we look into.
When we started this story, we spoke to dozens of heads, whatever cost, and so today we're going to hear from them, and they'll tell us the truth.